Hello, how is it going? I hope all of you are doing well and ready for another monthly reading lottery. If you haven't noticed, I have an upload schedule now, so you can expect new videos from me every Wednesday and Sunday night. But I continue to do everything else, pretty much the same. I have these monthly lottery draws every month, towards the end of the month. You can enter, if you're interested in joining this lottery, you can enter on my website or on Patreon. But you can only do a simple entry on Patreon, so only the $2 level is available there. And on my website, you can choose to double or triple your chances and receive other fringe benefits as an additional reward for your pledge. All right, so this month is no different than any other month. We're going to go ahead and choose someone randomly. These are names of my supporters, and with a bit of luck, if you are entered in the lottery, you can receive a reading from me for a fraction of what it would cost normally. Okay, so, but if you don't want to leave it up to fate, you can also just go ahead and book a reading with me on my website. All right, so I'm using the magic brush to find the name. Okay, and it's Anya. Congratulations, Anya. You have won this lottery before, and I guess it's your time again, so we're going to jump into your reading in a little bit. Okay, Anya. So, welcome to this reading that is for you, about you, and welcome to everybody else who decides to join and watch this reading. Maybe they will find something important or something interesting for themselves as well. This is going to be an Affirmations reading, which is, by the way, a reading type that is available on my website in the bronze tier. And the way it works, really, it's we're using the tarot as a meditative device. And you can have a topic that you're working with, or you can just let the cards speak their mind and just simply show you what needs to be shown at that very moment. And so we're going to shuffle the cards a little bit. I'm using the Heindel deck for today's reading. And we're going to go ahead and pick a card for you, Anya. A card that will help guide this meditative affirmations based reading. Okay. So I'm going to fan the cards a little and use the magic brush to this, I would like to ask you and all of our friends who are deciding to hang out with us in this moment, I would like to ask everybody to slow down a little and to focus on your breathing. Take this moment to go inward, to make that connection with the self, the living, breathing, real self that has a very strong connection with the body. And that is not an abstract concept removed from reality, but it is who you really are in this moment. So the way to connect is to simply take a couple deep breaths, really deep. Cleansing breaths. And you can already feel the stress melting away and you arriving in the present moment, just finding a way to show up for yourself, to be here and now. And as you focus on your breathing, it becomes easier and easier to calm your mind and welcome these warm feelings of self-acceptance and relaxation. Okay. So I believe we've got your card, Anya. Let's look at it. And it's the Four of Wands. It's called Perfection in this deck. But I think that's kind of a misleading title, a little bit, because I don't know what you think about it, but whenever I hear the word perfection, it sounds to me like an expectation. It sounds very sort of unnerving to me. But the Four of Wands is anything but that sort of energy. As a matter of fact, the Four of Wands is sort of like this warm, protective bubble. And I guess you could say it represents perfection because there's nothing needed. There's no need for more. There's no need for improvement when you are in that Four of Wands mentality. And in our previous reading, Anya, the monthly reading that you are subscribed to, we pulled the Five of Wands. And the Four of Wands operates as kind of a safe haven, as a protective space in relation to the Five of Wands as somewhat unsettling energies. So this is sort of like an island of peace. And the number 4 in the tarot and in general is the card of stability. The Four of Wands, the Four of Fire, it represents fire and passion and creativity. And these intense energies burning at an intensity that is not only still manageable but also enjoyable and supportive. So this is supportive fire energy that, instead of burning you, is making it possible for your bones to warm up. It's got this sort of fireplace energy to it that I really like. And another important thing about the Four of Wands before we jump into the affirmations part and the meditation is that it includes and it has a very important social component to it. With the Four of Wands, there's also a community, an external feature or an external entity that you can rely on to regulate you to a certain extent. Of course, it's not advisable ever to outsource the job of self-regulation to any external entity, but partially you can, as we're all human and we're social beings, we're social animals, and we need that reinforcing structure, that warmth that only communities can provide. With the Four of Wands, I can see that I am deserving of love. I am here, as a matter of fact, to be loved. The point of my journey on this earth is largely about finding those who resonate with me, those who can turn to me in a loving way and help me recharge my energies with their enthusiasm and passion. It is easy for me to find people like this. They are everywhere. In fact, almost all people I meet have something about them that I can connect with. But there's also a community out there for me that supports me and facilitates my fire, my creativity. And I deserve to be a part of this group. I don't have to do everything on my own. It's not a virtue to try and do everything on my own. It is not only okay to ask for help, but it's also a brave thing. And those people who resonate on that same level, their lives will be enriched by my presence. And they will be glad and grateful that I showed up in their circle. I am the opposite of a burden. I am the opposite of a burden. I am a gift. I am an asset. I am a light that people want to be around. And I have so much to give. It's time for me to unlock my potential in this area. And the opportunity is going to present itself very soon. I am allowing myself to be loved and supported because I deserve it. And it's the most natural thing to do. Thank you for watching this reading. Thank you, Anya. Thank you, everybody else, for contributing and supporting my channel. If you enjoy this type of content, I'm encouraging you to subscribe, like this video, leave a comment. Let's talk. Thank you.